Hey, 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 beautiful souls. Welcome to Moon Day with the Angels. Welcome to all my star seeds, all the earthlings, earth angels, way showers. Thank you so much for showing up and being here. My name is Lisa Diane Lyle, and this is my heart here on YouTube. So, as we connect, it is February the 23rd, 2026. Wow. And we were born for this. We're feeling it. How are you feeling? The energy has shifted since yesterday. When I left the live yesterday, I went and took Rex for his second walk. And as we're walking, we're just outside of the building here and going around. And I saw something laying in the ground that I thought was like two cherries, like someone had dropped a couple of their cherries or grapes out of their grocery bag as they were walking. And as I got closer, look what I found. Look what I found. What a treasure. A couple of cherries. 111. Make a wish. So, is your life feeling like a bowl of cherries or the pits? Either way, it's all a part and parcel of the same gift. So, with that being said, we're going to get the Palo Santo going before I get too wacky and wonderful here. Oh, so how are you doing? I totally didn't even remember to mention it yesterday, but yesterday was like a triple two energy. And it made sense with, the messages coming through, standing on our own 2 feet, solid, shaky to stable, sacred ground. I hope you have felt a shift in the last 24 hours and a shift for the positive. So, with that being said, I'd like to ask at this time that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, and in particular, the angels that guide us to soul fulfillment at this time and those that have been with us the entirety of this lifetime. So I'm feeling a little better than yesterday. Blame it on the job. I don't know. Blame it on the rain they used to sing about in the 80s. Or were they really singing? Look, this fell on the ground. The hidden worlds. So let's see. After finding the cherries, went for a nice walk. And as the walk progressed, the energy began to feel more empowered. Although there were a couple moments where the ground beneath my feet felt like one of those moving, the escalator floors, the flat ones, not the ones you go up. And that was kind of weird. I kind of like startled and then, took a couple deep breaths and kept going. So you may be feeling this shaky to stable ground, and we're in the shadow of a Mercury retrograde again. And we've got a Leo full moon coming up. Leo, Virgo. Although real-time sky, it may be Leo. Anyways, we won't go there. Everything that is grown in our life, everything that is experienced is born from the inner realms, from the hidden world of our uniqueness, our majesty. I don't know if this is making sense, and I didn't really feel like I don't know where they're taking me with this. Oh, they're showing me now the 4 stars on the arm here. And we're talking about yesterday, there was talk about wearing our heart on our sleeve or perhaps as a mirror on our forehead as we walk out into the world. With these 4 hearts on the sleeve, I feel like this is saying you are about to see everything that you've worked for come into your experience. And as you begin to see, you are going to feel more and more grounded. The message I was hearing this morning is God wants us to experience the miracle that's us, the miracle of manifesting into our experience, wishes, and dreams, so that other beautiful children get to see miracles and wishes and dreams, and with any luck, see themselves in the mirror. And then they go ahead and manifest into the 3D their beautiful wish and dream. And in my heart of hearts, in the space of undying love, I really believe that we all just want, the simple things in life. We just want to breathe fresh air, drink clean water, eat good food, have a roof over our head, share company with others of a similar vibration. And this is the path of co-creation. Is this making any sense? Is this making any sense? So we always here on Monday get some interactives. So for this, we're going to see the choices are heaven or earth. So take some time as we move deeper in here and tune into those words, heaven or earth. And those, I'll pull some cards at the end for that. Yesterday in the live, I was very strongly guided to work with the energy of Archangel Michael. And it was strong guidance that he wanted to be a part of the reading, and he came through in a phenomenal way, as per usual. And the first card he brought us yesterday was himself. Number 1, eternal love and protection. That is what we are meant to sit in. It is a radical act of self-love to live your joy and to share your heart. And those who are meant to share space with you will, you will connect with them. There's nothing really we must do except to go out into the world and be who we are. Yesterday was my 11:55. Hey, Wolf Mother. Yes, it was a heavy weekend all around. And there has been gratefully a shift after sleep, but sleep didn't come easy last night. Sleep was rather elusive for much of the night. Gratefully, I'm happy to report the last 3 walks, because we've had 3 since we last connected here with Rex, have been much better than they were on Saturday. Saturday were some horrible walks, and I mentioned them here. The resistance from outside. And in light of everything that's happened in the last 24 hours, what the news we're seeing out of Mexico, and it's really quite a shit show. And those of you who resonate with what is shared here, are sensitive. And I know from my experience, I'm often slightly ahead of the curve with the energetics coming to Mother Earth in order to stabilize within my experience, and then hopefully in some way, well, through that stability support, and then hopefully in some way finding the words to support others to do the same. No wonder we were feeling heavy all weekend. Everything is like, we're here in service to the divinely ordained experience, the high vibe experience. And so in this world that's very tumultuous and chaotic and, aggressive, and it's like this, we've been living under assault for years, like we're always in the line of fire. And yet, when we reestablish connection to our inner fire, our heart's desire, it's a radical act to go out in the world and live joyfully, share authentically, whether we're sharing, um, just to share authentically. And as we continue, and especially those of you who are here and those of you who have been working at this for years, like it feels lifetimes, like myself, don't give up. Don't give up. Honestly, I keep hearing the message this morning. God wants you to experience your wishes and dreams, your miracle, and to share your story of how you walked yourself into a life that's a living dream come true. That's quite a story. It's like, so we get to choose. If you missed what these are, you'll have to go back to the beginning of the video. I found them yesterday. And, so it's like, is your life a bowl of cherries or are you just experiencing the pits? And hey, pit spitting contests or seed spitting contests is, I guess, just a way to disseminate our seeds of love into the world. Propagating. What are you here in service to? I can answer what I'm here for. I'm in here in service to a love that never dies. Beyond the lies, the divine human, HUE, you and I, rise. And we get to have our miracle. And gosh, what a gift. Can you be grateful for your life in the here and now as it currently exists? Yes, I am. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, I found this yesterday after the live. We were walking. I thought someone dropped some cherries or grapes out of their grocery bag. And I picked it up and I'm like, oh my gosh, someone's going to be so upset to have lost this beautiful pendant. I mean, gold's not really my thing. I'll wear these though, because I think it's like, yeah, I found it. It was sitting in the snow. It was sitting in the snow. I'm a good finder. Actually, God just likes to give me little treats. And this is such a treat. And it just felt very sweet. So once we move beyond our darkest fears, what may or may not happen to us, what we may or may not get or have or experience, can we be grateful for what we are experiencing? And a song that popped in today, I'm not going to sing it, was Against All Odds. Phil Collins, those of you from the 80s will know. Take a look at me now. And actually, that's all I'm going to say about that song. Take a look at me now. And yes, against all odds, we have moved from shaky to solid, stable, sacred ground. And in the solidness, there's also a real fluidness, moment to moment. So you'll remember yesterday we had the darkest fears. I put them back in the deck on the bottom. And then under moving on in the darkest fears, we've got trust, the fool. And then we had 7 or 8 ones yesterday. The magician. We've got this sacred vision. We've taken those rose-colored glasses, or perhaps we've put them back on. There was a meme out there years ago, and it was Prince wearing some round glasses, as he commonly wore, and it had a third eye. It had a third lens for the third eye. And, speaking yesterday of wearing a mirror on our foreheads so that other beautiful souls can see themselves when they come in contact with us. You have a pair? Do you have a pair with the third lens? I have a pair of heart sunglasses somewhere. But yeah, so trust. Oh my gosh, trust, flow. There's more ones. And love abounds. Okay, we're going to count these ones. And then we had 7. Oh, we are there, guys. We're right there. Remember yesterday I spoke about us in like labor's started. We bear down. We breathe ourselves through the transition. caterpillar is about to appear as the butterfly from the cocoon. And they did it all on their own. And it's not easy to break down into a pile of goo, a molecular pile of goo, and be transformed. It's not easy. And so I feel like, the angels are saying us today, they see us. And I'd like to say, I see you. I feel you and I love you. And everything that is here for you is as a result of your love for yourself. And what a beautiful, beautiful treasure. And it's always been X marking the spot. Going on a treasure hunt, X marks the spot. Remember that tickle thing? 3 long dashes and a question mark. What's the question mark? What is the question mark in our life? I'd say a big question mark for me has always been, why am I here? What is this all about? How come, where are all my people at? Or where are all my space cadets at? All the earthlings, all the, ones who have transformed, like the earthworm, supporting the composting and, the regeneration process of just life here on earth. So let us be the radical ones and seek to continue to explore the truth within our experience and to hold the high vibe. We're not meant to turn around and look back. Yeah, I know what's going on in Mexico. Yeah, I know what's going on out there in the world. What am I going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? I'm going to come here and share with all of you. I'm going to go to the JOB, do my job. Oh my gosh, it was crazy last night. What a way to hit the ground running. Not a moment to well, I did manage to drink 2 liters of water, but not a moment to really ease into coming back after, 9 days off. No, it was chaos. It was chaos. And so what did I do? What do? We go out there and we manage the chaos. We do our jobs. I'm going to just read some of these comments here. Yeah, I found that on the ground, my cherries, because life is a bowl of cherries. And then when you get to the pit, you spit, disseminate those seeds. You have a pair. Yeah, they sell them online now. Oh, they sell the 3 lens ones online? That's hilarious. And get them in all different colors. Yeah. I'd like to get them with sayings on them or something. No, I'd just like to have them as mirrors, I think. Yeah, so you ask yourself that question all the time too, Zach, eh? Hey, Kiva, welcome, sis. How's it going? We've missed you too. Oh, so nice to have you here. I'm on a bit of a trying to be on a bit more of a routine these days because my son's away. I have to walk Rex, and I'm feeling a little tender because my cat, he's not doing very well. And so I'm just really putting it out there that, whatever is meant to be will be. I'm really hoping I can't, he's just sleeping a lot and he's not really eating. And I feel like he's leaving. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping he makes it till my son comes home. I know. The little dog, and I knew Tristan wouldn't be far behind her, but I just hope he makes it till my son comes home. So yes, I've gone from up to down, but that's life, right? There's stuff that goes on. And what are we going to do about it? What am I going to do? I'm going to continue to show up for myself so I can be the stable ground that gets through, that speaks of miracles, that speaks of not just the positive side of life. In order to experience the stability, we have to integrate the polarities, the light, the dark, the negatives and positives. Yes. Okay. So this is all he wants to add to today is the, oh, and then he's like, look at the card, Lisa. I'm just feeling like I feel like giddy with excitement about being the vessel of radical joy in this world that is an absolute shit show. It's like, yeah, okay, I was born for this. I have been preparing for this moment in my lifetime for lifetimes. And it feels good to sit on my little, you know, nature created throne and to really be proud of the seeds of love that I have sown and propagated throughout my life. And yeah, I'm a miracle. And you're about to see more too. Aw. So continue to trust the guidance within you. I wanted to see how many ones we have here this week. Well, actually, no, I don't want to do that because I am on a time limit. Sorry. So the choices today for the interactive are heaven or earth. What what do you deserve? Well, we deserve it all. And in order to rise, we must surrender to the experience. We must allow what is moving through us to move through. I heard something yesterday. Walls, the walls that we create within are barriers. They keep people out. We don't, the ego, right? It keeps people out. We keep people out. Boundaries, when we are self regulating or and self actualizing, we realize ourselves, we're actualizing ourselves, and we're, yeah. When we are in our power, we have boundaries and we don't need to keep people out. We can show them the gate, though. We can show them the gate when we are not willing to negotiate or compromise our integrity any longer. And a big part of the journey of the last, well, for me personally, the last like year is the path of self forgiveness, forgiving ourselves for perhaps, especially those of us here, we're very loving, we're very sensitive. We see the best in people. We're perhaps sometimes too trusting. And, maybe we feel embarrassed by some of our choices that were out there to be witnessed and seen, and yet at the end of the day it's not meant to, like, we know who we are, and so we show up as we are and we shine as we are, and our character shines through and our love shines through. We're not what happened to us. We're not the labels that others placed on us. We are the ones who take responsibility for our choices and decisions. I feel like my tongue's all fat in my mouth today. Um, we're the ones that we take responsibility for our choices and decisions and clear away the bullshit. Like, you know, create the boundary that will not be crossed. And that is an act of service to self. And we had this yesterday, and this is how leadership is born. We're here to share our stories. We're here, like I said, God wants us to experience the miracle. God wants us to have our dream of heaven on earth in the here and now. And so that we can share that, so that we can share our story, how we did it, how we performed the miracle. And I would venture to say we perform the miracle by showing up for ourselves and growing ourselves up and taking responsibility. And, it's a journey of softening, really. It's beautiful. And surrender is a big part of it. And all that, We're here to battle. It's like because underneath that is the home front and then the awakening card and then prosperity. But it's like the battle, many of us fight the battles here on the home front, in our own bodies, in our own minds, right? This is where the battles are fought and won. Forget about what they show you. They want you to be afraid. They want you to run and hide. They want you to run to them for, oh, protect me. No, Archangel Michael is protecting us. God is protecting us. And it is, an act of, I would say, divine leadership and an act of service to show up in the world authentic and happy and joyful. Can you do it? Yes, we can. When we stop the battle within, so that we can, oh my gosh, experience the prosperous experience of undying love in this lifetime, divine love. So Zach says, manage, sustain, maintain, tolerate, adapt, implement, and champion your purpose. If that is clear. Well, that is clear. Brother, you are coming into your power. Nice. Well done. I feel an energy shift with you, Zach. And it's really powerful. So thank you. Okay, so heaven or earth. We're going to get one more here for all of us, and it's that one. The angel of support. We've already had that this week. Support. God's plan, what God has ordained, is the miracles at play. The universe has heard your silent call for help. And yesterday we received this in the interactive component. So if you haven't checked out yesterday's messages, please do go check them out. They are timeless and eternal, in service to the eternal love that is you and I, the eternal love that never dies, the angel of families. A lot of angels out. A lot of angels. I mean, yeah, it's all angels. But there's one God. This is the angels, gods, and goddesses oracle. So that's all I meant. The angels surround both you and your family at the moment. And that's all we can do, right? Surround ourselves, surround our lives, surround those we love with love, calling on the angels to, support them. And Archangel Jophiel here, the illumination, is, solar plexus. We had the delight card yesterday, solar plexus, the sun. We're here for the happiest experience. We are here for the experience of love. And actually, as I say that, they're saying, Lisa, proceed with caution, because the truth is not everyone is here. Not every soul is at the same stage of awakening in the third dimension, in the vessel. Like, we come here as humans to work through a lot of karma, to clear a lot of karma, ours, and it's a long journey. So not everyone is going to not everyone's going to resonate with us, and we're not going to resonate with everyone necessarily to hang out with because of that, working through different soul lessons. That being said, those of you here have cleared a lot of the karma, if not all of it. Like, the path is clear, I just heard. And now it's the destined experience, what has always been ordained, what you always knew deep within, perhaps not the details and the particulars, but your specific wish and dream that is the seed of love, that is, what has guided you through all the dark nights of the soul, what has guided you back home to the love that eternally grows. Is this making sense? So continue to go out there and radically pursue your joy and do no harm to another girl or boy. Speak truth, yes. And that's going to hurt some. That's going to hurt some. That is not about us. If truth hurts another, if it's shared from a loving space, we are not responsible for how someone receives truth that we share. And it can be quite startling sometimes to be on the receiving end of someone's truth. We've all been there. Yeah, do no harm to a boy or girl. Thank you, Kiva. That's true. I like it too. I mean, thank you for reminding me. So, heaven or earth? Heaven or earth? I'm just going to get both piles here. Earth is it was a little resistant to come out there. That's interesting. And now we're going to do both for all of us. So you didn't get to, both wasn't one of the options. Both is for all of us. Heaven or earth. Choose one and both. Heaven and earth. Okay, so here we go. If you were guided to heaven, this is so funny. Enchantment and apple, and it's like your own Garden of Eden. Are the seeds that you have been sowing, is to grow your own Garden of Eden by trusting your intuitive knowing. You probably looked so crazy. You may still look crazy to many, and yet there's something about you that people are like, what is she doing? What's he got going on over there? And you know what it is? It is your beautiful, beautiful heart. It is the love that you feel deep inside. I can't get over this. It's like heaven. What does heaven look like to you? What does it feel like to you? Because you're creating it, it's coming through. And it's the purity of your heart and your courageous walk intuitively through the world. So keep going, heaven. You've got this. And it's like, something about, I'm just looking at this image here. Zach, I'll answer your question at the end. I'm going to get back to that. And something about the apple here for heaven. And it's like, I don't know if you can see the angel there and the way that look of just sheer delight on her face. Like, I grew this. I grew this. I don't even know if I'm willing to take a bite and taste it. I literally grew this and manifested this beautiful, abundant tree. And it's all shining like my light, our light, your light is shining on all of it. It just feels like such a gift. I'm not even guided to get the oracle messages for those today. So heaven, I hope that those messages resonate. I'm so excited by those messages. We're going to get on to earth now. And earth, remember I was saying when these cards were coming out, like there was some hesitation, like they didn't really want to show themselves. And it's because you get the retreat card here. And I really feel like the message for you is like, don't wait until tomorrow to allow yourself to rest. Don't wait until tomorrow for anything, really. Don't wait till tomorrow. And it does feel like those of you guided to earth, there is a need. You may be feeling more shaky than stable at this time. And so, how can you show up for yourself? Zach asked a question here about how the angels can help us. Well, they help us in so many ways. First of all, it's like, they want to lift us up. It's like I'm seeing that visual of the angel and the devil or whatever on the shoulder. The angels speak to us of love. They love us. They see us as pure, just love. And what they want to see here, and they, I guess, as frequency. And what I feel, again, there's no way to prove it, I guess. What I feel is they want to see us light up. And so they encourage us to care for our body. It's really about the individual's experience with the spiritual. I mean, we say angels, it could be God. It's all of it. It's all of it. It is the loving embrace that seeks to lift the child up, to elevate the child in all ways. And yet, the child is responsible for taking the action in their life to elevate, right? We can't sit around and wait for the angels to come and, or we can't sit around and wait for, the dream to come and knock on the door and say, here I am. We have to go out there and live. We have to go out there and do our thing. And if we're not able to do that from a space of peace and a space of compassion and a space of, let's say, maturity, although we can still be silly and childlike and be mature at the same time. So, Zach, I hope that resonates with you. And then, oh, look at that. I said the angel and the devil, and look at the visual in the pair card. It's like, I don't really think that's the devil. That's that elemental. And it's the number 31, which comes to a 4, which is the emperor, masculine energy. And the 13 is my number for the feminine. So this is the mirror for the feminine. And it's like, what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose this guy over here that's like, come and get it? Come and get it. I mean, you may want to go and get it because it looks good or, whatever. Is it worth it? Are you worth it? And so, for those of you guided to earth, it feels like you're in this stage where there is some rest required. We had the integration card this week as well. Rest is always required. Yet, it does feel like there's a deeper layer healing here. I was trying to bypass it and not really say it. I do feel those of you guided to retreat are really being asked to listen within. Like there was so much hesitance and resistance. So, are you resisting the intuitive nudges and allowing the ego to guide the show? Remember, the ego will have us creating fences and barriers from connection. And then we'll be in the ego and, whatever goes on there. I don't even want to go back there. It's like exhausting. And it pops up. The feminine, though, the intuitive energy really wants us to take intuitive inspired action. And that's why it looks so strange in the world, right? Because we've been the left brain has been very worked a lot more than the right brain. And even in my lifetime, you can see how the arts and stuff have been removed from school, right? Because this is all right brain energy. So if you were guided to earth, rest. And trust your heart knows best. Don't be lured because something looks good on the outside. How are you feeling on the inside? Because that's going to reflect the choices that you make in your life, or that's going to be reflected in the choices you make in your life. So it's really important to get okay on the inside, to get right, to bring ourselves back online on the inside so that we are not going to allow ourselves to be compromised or, diminished in any way, shape, or form. And then, so The dog is, he's like, isn't it our time to go? So for all of us, I said for both. It was heaven or earth were the choices, and then I pulled a couple cards for both. And yes, this is so cool. I love it. Courage, exactly, and the earth force. So all of us, whether we're here for heaven or you chose earth, we're here for heaven on earth. And it's through the soles of our feet, through the crown of our head that we receive, and the soles of our feet. And we, in the center, our heart center, is where we begin to grow a beautiful new life. And it's taken time because we must heal everything below the heart, below the age of 21. We must heal it all so that we can be um, the miracle in motion. Grounded through the soles of our feet via the path of nurturing. It is a courageous act to go out there and live joyfully. It is a courageous act to sometimes, life is not always, sometimes we're going to get, well, if you eat a bowl of cherries, you're going to definitely get to the pits. Cherries, I'm a cherry girl. I love cherries. I think I lived on cherries when I was pregnant. um, so it's what we choose. And I love that this card is like a similar color to those sweet little cherries I found yesterday. Trust your heart. You are the sacred geometric shape coming online, and you're receiving. Archangel Raphael governs the heart. Governs the heart. When we move into that high heart activation, if you will, and like the more that we can hold that, the more the auric field is like radiates this green healing energy, leading with the heart. Heart on our sleeve, heart on our forehead, wherever. Heart on the soles of our feet. And the two, oh my gosh, no way. Okay, so then the two tree angel oracles, we got the hawthorn, we got the divine counterparts here, the lovers, the making the choice for love. I choose you, you choose me. And we go forward. Like the cedar of Lebanon in this deck always feels to me as like one of the most spiritual trees, because I think there's a really old cedar of Lebanon on this planet. Let's just look that one up. But intuitively, this is like coming together, creating, our miracle, our dream, our heaven on earth experience because of the choices we've made. And the completion of a cycle to begin the whole new cycle, to begin again as the wheel spins and the undying love grows. It radiates from the heart space. We're meant to experience miracles. We're meant to experience the dream so that we may share our unique story and how it all unfolded with the world. And this is how the boys and girls rise. This is how the boys and girls open the inner eye and remember their sacred vision. Oh man, the cedar of Lebanon tree is so friggin', and this is like, I'm feeling just like the ultimate masculine energy here in their power, strong, protective, stable, guided, intuitively guided, and affirmative action in the material realms. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. Have you ever seen a vision so beautiful that you just wanted to weep? Yes, I have. Oh, this beautiful vision makes me want to weep. I grow me, you grow you, and together, look, we come. It's the beautiful flower that grows. Oh, hawthorn. Okay, so let me see what the cedar of Lebanon, maybe it'll tell us about that tree. Okay, I'm going to read this. I don't often read these, but we're going to read it. The oak is the king of the forest, while the ash is the high king, according to an old German proverb that celebrates the power of the first and the grace of the latter. Under southern skies, however, both these aspects of majesty are embodied by the cedar of Lebanon. No other tree is so magnificent. Even King Solomon, circa 11th century BC, valued its wood, incorporating it into his legendary temple in Jerusalem. Nor would the kings and pharaohs of the mighty Orient in antiquity build their palaces without including this stately tree. And then it says in brackets here, a small nature reserve still exists today in Upper Lebanon, containing the last of the cedars. However, there are problems caused by illegal logging operations and accelerating climate change. It's not the climate change, it's the nefarious hand of man. That is why anything on this planet dies. The much prized cedar was also there at the dawn of the so called civilization, the rise of the city in ancient Sumer. Cedar was the world tree, the living home of the most revered deities of the time. The angel of the Lebanese cedar embodies true majesty and its will and integrity would be unassailable even under torture. Its sphere of influence is vast, including nobility, care, responsibility, trust, justice, honesty, wisdom, farsightedness, foresight, creativity, OMG, and independence. The cedar brings warmth to us like the sun. Its constellation is Leo, like the lion who protects his territory without trespassing on the lands of others. Being chosen by cedar is like being knighted by King Arthur or Richard the Lionheart. All you can do is bend your knee, lower your head, and know you are worthy. The mighty cedar angel has you in its sights. Recognize your inner majesty. If the true king is in exile, liars and charlatans crawl out of their holes. Trickery, intrigue, slander, cold heartedness, and abuse of power ensue, leading to dispute, discord, and dependence, among other ills. We are the mighty cedars of Lebanon. We have been blessed today by this beautiful tree angel. And the oracle message says care and grace, justice and power symbolize true kingship. A seed in every soul. Will it grow, blossom, and bear fruit? The children of the sun, blinded by the darkness and illusion, bring water, bring light. OMG, we were born for flight. Everyone, I hope those messages resonated and made sense. I feel totally uplifted and supported by the delivery of these messages. So thank you so much for allowing me to share. We'll be back here tomorrow at 11:44. Wolf Mother, Zach, and Kiva, thank you so much for being here during the live. If you're catching this on the replay and something got you excited and you resonate, please do consider hitting subscribe and drop a comment down below. Hit the thumbs up, show a girl some love, and thank you for doing so. Until tomorrow, everyone, take good care, and thank you, thank you, thank you for just being you. Love you, love you, love you, all of you.